Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to this lovely Škoda dealership, and today I'm going to show you all the details of the all-new Škoda Octavia for the hatchback. Now, I already did a review of the estate version, which came a little bit earlier on the market, and now we have also the hatchback. As you can see, lovely design. Here we have the style package. This car sits on the MQB platform, so the same platform as the new Golf 8. But when we compare it to the Golf 8, the wheelbase is 5 centimeters longer. That means much more space for the passengers. And also, when we compare this car to the predecessor, it's around 2 centimeters longer and also 1.5 centimeter wider. So in terms of dimensions, similar, but even more space now inside, I believe. And let's start with the exterior design. As you can see, lovely lights. I have the new key here. It's gloss black. It's the same as on the Volkswagen Golf and Seat Leon. Looks very nice. It's easy to hold in the hand, and I only think that maybe this gloss black will get scratches easily, but we'll see. Anyway, a very nice feature, this key. So if we open the car, you see the nice blinkers, and then on the front we have the completely new design. So you may remember that the third generation facelift got the split headlight design, and now here they decided to play it safe again. We have the classic headlights, very nice, and one important thing is that they do come in LED technology as standard. And then here we have, as you see, Škoda Crystal Lightning. So these are the matrix LEDs, and it's really impressive that on the style package you get the matrix LEDs as standard. So that's really a cool feature, and they are great for a night drive. I saw them in action, and really a big thumb up for Škoda for these matrix LEDs, which, as I said, are standard on the style package. And then here we have also the LED fog lights. Very nice feature also, you can see them here. And then moving on to this is the air inlet, which is actually the real one. I don't know if you can see it on the camera. I believe you can. So yeah, air inlet. And then the front grille is now much bigger. You have these vertical fins. And then here is the radar, as this car has a bunch of safety systems, including the travel assist, semi-autonomous driving, which keeps you in lane, and brakes and stuff like that. The badge is still here. So yeah, tell me, what do you guys think about this design from the front? Once again, very nice illumination of the daytime running LEDs, and then they do become the indicators when you turn them on. I'll show you the car from this angle. So yeah, I think it's much more elegant now when we compare it to the predecessor. And let's actually go here and see. So this is the style version, style package, 2-liter TDI. This one has the 115 horsepower. I will also go back to this spec and the equipment, but now let's see the car from this side. So here you have 17-inch wheels, and let's see one thing. Now you see that this edge is really high, probably because of the aerodynamics, but because of that the wheels, they don't look that big actually. If I come back here, they look more like they are 16 than 17 inch, I think, and that's why I would go for the 18 inch. Speaking of the wheels, you get them from 16 up to 18, and so these are the standard on the style package, but you can go for the 18 inch dual tone, very nice, beautiful wheels. You will see them in the configurator, and that would be for sure my choice. This car doesn't have the chrome line package, and when you get the chrome line package, you get this in chrome. I personally wouldn't get it because I'm not a huge fan of chrome, but if you want, as I said, you can get this in chrome. Speaking of the suspension, you have 3 options, and let me come here so you have the nice view of the car. So first option, classic suspension. Second option is a sport suspension, which lowers the car by 15 millimeters. And then the third option, the best one, but also the most expensive one, is the adaptive dampers. Then you have the driving mode, and then the car changes stiffness and everything. So yeah, it's up to you to decide. Probably I would go for the sport suspension, 15 millimeters lower, and then you get a good, you know, ride when you want to go faster, but it's not that expensive as you know, adaptive dampers. And then moving on to the rear of the car, beautiful design, really. I mean, look at this, look at these lights, they're really awesome. This is like a real premium model. Look at this L shape of the taillights, also this crystal design. Really, Škoda nailed it with this one. I think it looks, well, can we say it looks like some kind of Audi model. Really, really nice. And then the next thing we need to mention is this lettering. So instead of the badge, which used to be here on the predecessor, now we have the lettering. It's a new trend. I love it. Personally, I love it, but tell me in the comments, what do you guys think? And then here you also have the Octavia lettering, parking sensors. They are standard on the style package, both front and rear. Here we have the reflectors. And then here you will notice there's no exhaust. I mean, there is an exhaust, but there's no fake exhaust, and that's a good thing. So here is the real exhaust. And then here you also have the plastic part, but no fake exhaust. I think it looks classy like this. I don't know, tell me in the comments, what do you guys think about it? And speaking of the suspension, you will not get the multi-link unless you go for the versions which have more than 150 horsepower. So have that in mind. You have the torsion beam on the, you know, lower trims and less powerful engines. Let me show you also one simply clever feature. You have the ice scraper. Have to be careful with that, but yeah, it's really nice to have it here. Of course, this is the diesel. This is where you put the diesel, and then this is for the AdBlue. So I think really in terms of design, big improvement. Tell me, what do you guys think? I think personally this is one of the best looking cars in this class. And let me now show you actually the trunk, which is impressive. Okay, so I need to, of course, unlock the car. Let me just grab the key. All right, once again we have the key, and when I unlock it you will see the dynamic indicators. Really beautiful. So it's unlocked. And then here we are greeted with 600 liters of storage space. That's really impressive. That's 10 liters more than the predecessor, which was already impressive. And now with this one you also have some simply clever solutions. Hooks for your shopping bags. Another big hook. You can have 2 shopping bags here or more, both sides of course. Then the same on this side. Also one simply clever feature with this net that you can put. And then also here we have this plastic part which you can put like this, for example, and then your things will not go all around your trunk when you drive. Another simply clever feature, there are a lot of them obviously, is this. So this hook, you just pull it and then you get your seat folded. So really impressive. You can also do it with this one. You can also open this from inside. I'm not gonna do that. It's actually pretty hard because I mean, look how much space there is. I can't even reach it with my hand. But yeah, very, very practical car indeed. Floor is not flat here, but yeah, I mean, really a lot of space here, so you will not, you know, have any problems with the things you need to carry in this car. So yeah, tell me, what do you guys think? Really, I think the class leading in terms of the space here. And you also have this rubber part here, if you can see it, because now it's easier to close the trunk. So we saw the car from the outside. Tell me in the comments, what do you guys think about it? And now I think it's time for us to enter inside. And one thing that I need to mention before we enter the interior, here you see there's no wiper, but you can get one. It's around 950 kunas. That's around, I think, 120, 130 euros. Of course, car looks better like this, but it's more practical when you have the wiper. So what do you guys think? Would you take the wiper or not? I would probably end up getting one because, I don't know, I mean, this looks better, but I mean, you will not see that much when it's raining, so wiper it is. And also I need to mention the color. It's brilliant silver. You can have 13 different colors available. So tell me in the comments which one would you go for. There are actually 2 black colors. I will probably end up getting those. And now let's step inside and let me show you what this car has to offer. And this is a really impressive layout, digitalization and everything. But let's start with the simply clever feature, which is the umbrella in your door. Really nice. You have it, I think, on the both doors, and also this is something that we saw also on Rolls-Royce, not only on Skoda, so cool thing. Then the materials. This is leather, it's really good. This is also very, very soft on touch. Then you have this aluminum trim, which goes all the way to the door handle, which is turned like upside down. This reminds me of the Audi A3. This is really good. Then this, I love this actually, how it's integrated with the door and this element. Personally, I think it's good. Tell me in the comments what do you guys think about it. And then here you have the switches for your windows, for your mirrors, and then this is for locking the rear doors, I believe. Door pockets are huge actually. You can put a large bottle in here. They're also made of carpeting. As you can see here, now I think you can see better. So carpets inside, that's really impressive. Also, if you want the lettering on the door sills, that's extra, so you can get it. Now let's see the seats. These are very nice cloth seats. They do look kind of sporty. Of course, you adjust them manually. Here is the hook to put it forward and backwards, and then with this you go up and down. The steering wheel is a 2-spoke steering wheel, kind of controversial. Some of you will say it's beautiful, some of you say it's not. Personally, on the first photos I didn't like it. Now I think it's really nice and elegant and suits the car very well. But you can also get the 3-spoke, like a sport steering wheel, so you have a choice. And also have in mind that this steering wheel is going to be across most of Škoda range in 2021. That's what I've read on their site. So yeah, I think it's an elegant choice. And then here you have the aluminum trim. This can also be in gloss black. Air vents, I don't know if you can see, but now they are closed and now they are fully open. These are the switches for your lights. And let me actually go inside and show you the car in more detail from here. I'm gonna close the door. And yeah, well, this is where you start it. Gonna turn the ignition on. So we have the digital cockpit in front of the driver. This is standard now. And then here is the main screen, the digital layout. And this is really impressive. And I think it's a big step forward to, when we compare it to the predecessor. But let's focus now on these switches. So it's really easy to use, as you can see. Position lights are off, automatic lights. It's not as cool as on the Golf. Golf has a digital cluster here, but I think it's easier to use. Then you have the fog lights in here, also little storage space, and actually carpeting is inside, so thumb up also for that Škoda. Okay, so now we've turned it on and let's focus on everything that you have here. So this is the main menu. You have this is the home screen layout. You can adjust different things that you have here, such as navigation, assistance, and radio, so on, whatever you want. And then this is the main menu. As you see, it's really nice. Let's go to setup and change the language to English. So this does take a bit of a time, but now we have it. Let's go back. All right, let's go through a quick look at all this. Okay, so let's go to the vehicle settings. Here you have everything that you need about your car. It's really easy to use because you have this avatar. and then you can adjust the different things that you have here. It's easy to use because you see what you are adjusting: the mirrors, the comfort light, for example, the headlights. I have these gloves, of course, for safety reasons, but then it would be even easier to use it without the gloves. Tire pressure and everything is set here. And then you also have the interior instrument cluster, eco tips, stuff like that. Background lighting, you can switch it to maximum. And then moving on, here you have the status of your car in terms of service and tire pressure and the data. Of course, now the car hasn't been driven, so we don't have that. But let's go back. Smart Link, of course, you can pair your phone with the Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. Mirror Link, so it's all good with that. Telephone with the Bluetooth. Then sound. Speaking of the sound system, you have the regular sound system, which is here. You have the 8 speakers, and then if you go for the Canton, that's 12 speakers, but both are actually good. I mean, 8 speakers for standard, that's good. That's better than Audi A3 actually, which has 6 speakers. And then let's go radio and media. You have different stations here. As you see, everything is really fast, so that's good. Media, we don't have it here. Let's go back to the menu. Assist systems. Now this car has a bunch of assist systems, as I said, and then here you control what do you want and how you want them to react: medium, early, late, or off, depending on your driving style, depending where you are, stuff like that. And there's a list of all the things that this car has in here. We go back. Navigation. Let's see the map. 3D shape of the buildings. I love this Škoda badge here. It looks really cool. As you see, it's really responsive, but you can also pair your phone and have it on your phone. So yeah, I think that's cool. Now, of course, once again, my gloves are making some problems, but it is what it is. We go back to settings. You can have the screen settings or stuff like that. Let's adjust the brightness to very high so you see better. And then what else do we have? You can control the units, speed in kilometers and miles if you go to the UK on a road trip, for example. And yeah, well, I think really it's really impressive, this car. And this infotainment is the new infotainment. And what is this? This is the slider for the volume. It's not illuminated because there are some sensors here, but I mean, it's easy to use for the volume. Golf has the slider for the AC. We don't have it here, but you have the AC controls all the time here. And here's how you control it. It's a bit, I mean, it's not the easiest way. So you do have some classic buttons here. And let's actually adjust the blower because now it's getting too cold. Okay, so this is the blower. How you change the AC, for example, if you are here, you need to press the klima, and then you have the blower here. You can also go for the automatic, and then, but then now we're not gonna do that. It blows too hard. Air care, this car has these special filters, and then you get the best possible air. And also, as you can see here, you have some things that you need, like the shortcuts and stuff like that, notifications, favorites, or so on. Let's go back to the main menu. Once again, my gloves are making this a bit harder than expected, of course, because as you see, it's not that easy to click on the touchscreen with the gloves. But also, yeah, klima. Then you also have these controls. The aim for you is to be on the automatic all the time, probably. That's what Škoda had in mind. But yeah, this is klima off. This is where you would turn it off. Let's go back to the main menu. There are also gestures available. Not sure that this car has them. You can imagine this like a mobile phone where you just press where you want your app to be. So yeah, it's easy to use. If we turn this off, now the infotainment system is switched off, and then you have different screensavers available. Look at this. This is really cool. So yeah, let's go back to the main menu. Actually, infotainment system is turned off now, and we turn it on by pressing this. Now these are some of the shortcuts. This is for the car, so start, stop, off is this, and then you have the tire pressure indicator, driver assistance, which we already saw. This is your shortcut. Then here would be for your driving modes, I believe. If you have the adaptive dampers, then parking assist is here, blinkers, lock, unlock, we already saw the klima, and then here is the maximum blow, and then the rear defrosting of the windscreen at the back. So yeah, tell me in the comments, what do you guys think about this infotainment system? And speaking of this, you do have different views available in front of the driver, as you can see now here. You can have a full navigation, minimalistic, and then this classic one with the clusters. Tell me which one is the best in your opinion. I will now turn the engine off because we are in the dealership and the car, can be turned on all the time. But I will try actually to have at least this screen to show you once again. So here's where you change the views, and then let me show you also something interesting. When you go, for example, for this, then you press this button and you can adjust what you have here in front of you. And then with this one, you can change the audio. You can adjust the volume. Let's go to this one. So you press this in order to get where you want. You can see here also different views and different information available. And then let us move on to this kind of view, like this, for example. And then you also can have this as a zoom in and zoom out function for the navigation. These are the voice commands. And yeah, also you can have different information here on your left and on your right, as you see now. You also change that by clicking this and then scrolling it up and down. So not the easiest thing, but I think you get used to it very shortly. And then this is the shortcut for the assistance systems. As you see here, you can just turn them on or off in 1 second. This is really easy to use. Then you have of course the blinkers here, and you also have the cruise control on. This is classic like on the predecessor. And then these are the switches, of course, for the wipers. Let's talk about the material. So as I said, this can be also in gloss black, and this is in cloth. I love this personally. It's really, really good. I think it looks nice. I've heard some comments of people not being impressed with it, but I don't know, I think this really looks nice. And then this is also pretty soft, so all good in terms of the quality. Now here you have the 2 USB-C ports, and you can also have the wireless charger. The air vents are here. They're pretty low actually. So yeah, we'll see how does that go, but I think of course the engineers in Škoda had that in mind. And yeah, this is the 6-speed manual gearbox. I think that they could have changed the gear lever. I think this looks very futuristic and nice. And then this, we saw this in predecessor, previous models from the group. So I think this could have been better, especially since the DSG, the automatic, is beautiful. It's the small gear lever that uses the shift-by-wire technology. It's really impressive. So I don't know, like why do we have this? It's not that hard to change the gear lever. So I think they should have done it. This is like some plastic, but it's a good one. And then here you have the electronic parking brake, the automatic auto hold, of course, and then I put the key here. But these are the adjustable cup holders with this rubber part, which keeps your bottle in one place. And then the armrest in leather in every pack, as I understood. Here you don't have the USBs or something like that, nothing. but I love the fact that you can have this roller. And now this looks very nice, much nicer than in Golf 8, I must say, because in Golf 8 you don't have this roller shutter. So unfortunately this car doesn't have the ambient lights. If you go for the ambient lighting, which I would recommend you to go, then you get this in ambient lighting, and it's really beautiful. You can also change the lighting of the infotainment system and also of the digital cockpit. It all changes, so it's really cool feature. What else can I show you here? Let me show you the glove box, which is actually, it has carpets inside. I don't know if you can see it, but it does. So believe me, it does. Tell me guys, what do you think about this interior? Let's see this sun visor. You have a very nice LED light here. And then here is the storage space for your glasses, for example. And then you also have the LED lights here. This is the mirror. I would love edges to be a bit smaller maybe. So yeah, tell me in the comments, what do you guys think about it? Now I think it's time for us to go at the back and see what this car has to offer in terms of space. Really, I think it's among class-leading cars. Alright, so let's enter the car and see the space that we have here. First of all, materials are solid. They are not as good as on the front. But I love this aluminum part, the same layout as on the front. Also, this is soft, but this is hard plastic. And also one cool feature here, you can put, for example, some things in here, and then here is the place for your mobile phone. You also have the air vents, which you see here, and additional space. You can also get the USB-C ports here, but that's an option. And I mean, just look at this. Look how much space I have for my knees and also for my head. There's plenty of room, something like this. I'm 1.87 m. So yeah, this is really good. I think on the Estate you'd get even more room for your head, but I mean, this is really solid for me. And as I said, I'm 1.87 m, so have that in mind. And seat is adjusted to my positioning. So I think this is really good, probably the class leading. And here is where you see that extra 5 centimeters more wheelbase when we compare it to the Golf 8, which has solid amount of space, but not nearly as this one. And what else can I show you here? I love the design of the seats from the back, and then this is the view you have on the front. So yeah, all good. And also here we have the LED lights also, but now the car is turned off and the battery is very low, so I can show you that. Handles here, handles on all of the sides. And now it's time to check out the engines. So let's go out and see the engines that are available for this car. You press this, and then this is very easy. So as you can see, we can do it with one hand. So yeah, this is it. This one is a 2-liter TDI. So this is the base diesel. It's 2-liter now. It's got 115 horsepower. Then you have the stronger version with 150. And then there will be others available later on. Speaking of the petrol engines, you have a 1.5-liter TSI. That's the base one with 150 horsepower. That's currently the base one, but there will be a 1-liter TSI with 115. One cool detail here is this. So here it's really easy to put the windshield, liquid that you need, and then here is where it blows on your windshield. There's no lettering Škoda or anything, just plastic. And yeah, tell me in the comments, which engine would you go for? Personally, I would go probably for the petrol one, but if you want low consumption, this is probably the one to go. Also, as you can see, this is nice because probably the sound is gonna be really good because of this isolation, and have in mind that also the petrol version they also get the isolation. And when you turn this down, when you shut this down, just do it like this, very easy and simple. So now it's time to check out the specs of this particular model. So as I said, 2-liter TDI with the Style package. We get two packages here in Croatia, Ambition and Style. Both have very good equipment. This is the stronger one, the top trim model, currently Style. And this is the price for the Style with this engine. And then I will put the euros somewhere here. 115 horsepower, 2-liter diesel. Color is brilliant silver metallic, and then inside we have the black. And then all this exterior stuff for this car, all this comes as standard. So you can, if you're from Croatia, you can pause this and then take a look of all the things that are here. But let me just go through some of the things. So front assist, wirelessly lock and unlock. Then you have the lane assist. Then you have the two USBs on the front. We saw them. 8 speakers, LED matrix. That's really impressive. And then you have the 17-inch wheels, which we saw. What else do we have? You have the navigation Columbus with a 10-inch touchscreen. That's really impressive. We saw that also. Front LED fog lights. Bunch of things here. SmartLink, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Virtual cockpit also standard here. And there's no extra equipment on this car. So this is the Style, and everything that you saw here is standard on the Style. And the total price of this model is this, 189,000 kunas. I will put euros, of course. But really awesome value for money in this car. I'm really impressed. I think Škoda did a great job, especially with the equipment and everything. Okay, so the additional Simply Clever feature for this car that I need to show you is actually this. So when you press and hold the unlock button, the windows go down. How cool is that? And then when you want to close them, you just press and hold the lock button, of course. Just like that. So yeah, I think now it's time to end this video. Tell me in the comments, what do you guys think about this car? Which features do you like? Which features you don't like? Once again, many thanks to this Škoda dealership, to Porsche Interauto, for letting me film their car here in the dealership. And their link will be in the description if you are interested in this car or any other Škoda model. So that's it. Thank you very much for watching. Do subscribe to the channel in order to see more car reviews. And well, that's about it. See you on the next one. Bye. Okay guys, so once more now without the mask. Once again, many thanks to Porsche Zagreb Slavonska for letting me film the new Octavia. That's it. Subscribe to the channel. Hope you liked it. See you on the next one. Bye bye.